Welcome to another episode of The Talk, and today we tackle an interesting topic. Of course, we have been tackling some of the several topics that are quite sensitive to just say, and today we want to look into singlehood and relationships. And of course, with that topic now in mind, we want to deal with lust. How do you deal with lust in those particular categories? And joining us today is a man who says, of course, he's had his own experience in itself. He is an author. And of course, we'll look at his profile to tell us more about him. Check it out. So, Ernest Wamboye, welcome to the show.
Nice to see you, Maina.
Same to here. Thanks,
Great.
man. Yeah, you managed to come over.
Oh, thanks for having me. All the way from the airport, huh?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. He managed. It was quite some task.
Yes.
Now, let's go straight to this topic. You know, people talk about lust, love. Some even don't even know. Others make mistakes and all those kind of things. And maybe you could start by telling us what lust is.
Okay, in the context of relationships, in the context of dealing with the opposite sex, lust is selfish sexual gratification.
Selfish
Sexual gratification.
Okay.
You want to gratify your pleasures in a very selfish way. And it may manifest itself in so many ways. You may not even think it's selfish until you see the repercussions much later and you realize, oh, I was actually being selfish.
Okay.
The difference between lust and love is that love has a focus on giving. You know, what can I do for you? That's the question love always asks. What can I do for you, Mina?
Okay.
Lust always asks, Mina, what can you do for me?
So it's more self-centered.
Yeah, it's self-centered.
Okay.
It's self-centered. You know, and so if a man wants to sleep with his girlfriend, before they get married, often he's thinking, what can her body do for me? Because I have these urges right now.
Okay.
You know, and then when she gets pregnant, he gets rid of her.
And he runs away.
It's lust. It's
He
not
elopes.
love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we will get into that, but maybe you could start by telling us, is this something that you have experienced yourself?
Oh yes.
And of course, I think you're quite safe because now you're married, but you tell us that later on. But have you?
Yes, Mina, when I was in campus, I struggled with pornography and masturbation for close to 1 year.
Wow.
I got into it and I was scared because I was serving in church. I was part of a Christian fellowship, and it just scared me to just think that my fellow church members would know about this, and so I was quiet about it for a very long time, and it kept eating me on the inside, and so every time I'd hear a sermon or any rebuke or exhortation concerning this, I'd go at the front and say, Lord, this is the last time. This is
The last time. That's
This
a
is the last
sentence.
time. And it's always that's the thing with lust. Lust takes you further than you wish to go. It makes you pay more than you're willing to spend. It makes you stay longer than you're willing to stay. And so you keep thinking, this is the last time. This is the last time. But then that same afternoon, after that confession minor, I was back at it.
Okay. Now, somebody who's watching, some of these people don't even, maybe you've tried to explain the difference between love and lust and the self-centeredness. Somebody will say, this is just natural, it's not me. I mean, it's just in me, actually. That's the word they could use.
Yeah.
Is it something that you can get rid of?
Minor, natural is not always a good thing. Huh?
Okay.
When I walk down the street, I see a lady who's dressed in a certain way. It is natural for me to turn and ogle and just
Appreciate.
Appreciate the beauty. But that doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
When I meet a very attractive lady, she may find me attractive as well. She starts flirting with me, and then she suggests that we start, an affair or something, and one thing leads to another. I mean, it's happened very naturally, but that doesn't mean it's right, And so many things happen naturally. When a street boy is hungry, he's tempted to steal. He's trying to feel a natural
desire.
need.
You're
But
right,
why do
yes.
we beat him up in the street? Why is mob justice? Why is he disregarded as a criminal?
Because it's not right how he did it.
Because fine, it is a natural urge that he has.
Yes.
But the method of fulfilling it is not right. Okay, and so our sexual needs are natural. Granted, they're good. They're God-given. God put it in us. Some people think that sex is something that God doesn't like. That God is anti-sex. No. God put it in us. But you see, when we try to fulfill something natural in a way that does not please God and that hurts people, then it's wrong.
So in one word, lust is wrong.
Lust is wrong.
Now, let's try help ourselves here. Why is it wrong? Yes, sometimes somebody will say, I'm supposed to love myself. I'm supposed to also focus on my own needs and desires.
Yes.
Why is it wrong?
Well, it's wrong because one, it hurts people. It hurts several people. When I was addicted to masturbation, I thought really, I'm not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, fine, I'm watching those skimpy girls on TV and on the internet, and I thought, hey, this is just between me and my computer. There's nothing going on right here. But when I found out that many people in the porn industry want to get out minor, they are stuck in it. Find out that the porn industry has girls who retire at the age of 27. The average porn star retires at age 27.
27.
From there, she's jobless. She spent the bulk of her youthful life trying to get pleasure and trying to give pleasure just to get money. And then after that, she's done. She's left in the street. Okay. Now, that only happens because there's a customer. If there are no customers for pornography, if there are no customers for that, she wouldn't be that situation.
Shouldn't be that, yes.
Fine, she's made some choices. It's a complicated situation, okay? She's made some choices that have put her there. But by indulging in that kind of media, okay, I actually exacerbate the problem. I make her situation worse. And so when I realize, wait, that could be someone I care about. Hey, what if that's my sister? What if that's someone I went to school with? But just because I don't know their name, I don't know their face, I think it's okay.
Okay.
See, I still hurt someone with it. And that's why lust is wrong. Lust always hurts people.
But Ernest, am I to blame when these ladies are dressing some other ways, or when I'm just talking about coming here? How many billboards do you see that are quite suggestive in a way? When I switch on the TV, the advertisements that are there, what do I do? Am I not innocent like the other guys who are here? Can we avoid this?
The truth is, Mina, we live in a very sexually saturated world. It's unavoidable. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's everywhere. It's on the billboards. It's in the office. It's in the classrooms. It's everywhere. But what I've realized is that just because you see, a friend of mine shared this analogy that you put an egg in water and you put a carrot in water. Okay, and you boil the water, the egg comes out hard, the carrot comes out soft.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so it's not the circumstance that determines the outcome, it's what you're made of. Okay?
So it's quite something deeper then.
Okay? So I may be living in this sexually saturated culture and I am in boiling water. There are all these billboards and all this sexually content everywhere. But the question is, what am I made of? Because if I am made of carrot material, I'll be soft and I'll give in.
Yeah.
But if I'm made of egg material,
you'll come out hard still.
The heat continues and the tougher I get, I become stronger. So it's actually very possible to live in a culture like ours, okay, in a world like ours in the 21st century, and be pure. It's possible for a man to actually sit in a room with a lady and not have lustful thoughts about her. It's possible.
That's interesting. And speaking about that, is it possible, I mean, for someone to... In fact, even before I go to that question, does this happen to both sexes, or is it more on men?
Women do lust as well, okay? But the only difference is that women's lust tempts women through emotional longings, okay? Lust tempts women by building a fantasy, a picture. Oh, you'll be married, you'll have all these things, all these things, he'll hold you like this, okay? And then now it plays into a sexual encounter. So the primary hit target towards women with lust, okay, is through emotional longings. Okay. With men, it's firstly physical. Okay, it's firstly physical. What you see, what you want is what you get. Okay, and that does not mean that women can't lust after a man physically, and neither can men not lust after a woman emotionally. They can, but it's the way we are wired. Okay, by the time a woman gives in to a man physically, she undressed emotionally a long time ago.
Wow. So there is reason to worry for everybody.
Yes.
Then how do I get to know that, hey, I'm actually into this thing?
First of all, lust loves secrecy. Lust loves darkness. When I was addicted to pornography and masturbation, I was very quiet about it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you met me, I'd be like, oh my goodness, praise God.
Looking good.
Man, I am speaking in tongues, walking in the Holy Ghost. I'm doing all these things. But in my closet, I was suffering. I was, oh my goodness, I'm so ashamed. I mean, does God even regard me as his child anymore? Do I even deserve to be in this world? You'll be remembered for two things in this world, Mina. Either the problems you create or the problems you solve. I was creating more problems than solving. And so I thought, what am I on this earth to do? And it's a sin that works very well in darkness. Okay, and because of that, many people get into denial. Okay, you look around and you say, oh, he's dealing with that, she's dealing with that, he's dealing with that. We are all dealing with this, and so you get security in numbers. But just because you're all in trouble, you see, if a policeman stops a matatu and arrests all of you for not buckling, there's no comfort. You still all get charged. Eh? You still all guilty.
Everybody gets charged.
And so there's no security in numbers. There's no security in the fact that there's many people who are indulging it and they're falling in it. Okay.
Yeah.
You must stand out. You must be different. You were born an original, as Mason says. You can't die a copy. You can't just live like everyone else. You know. And so first thing is to actually get to terms and ask yourself, am I actually addicted to something? Can I do without this? Okay. And you see, lust takes the place of an idol in a man's life. And so one way to really know is just if you really think this is a problem, or even if your friends tell you this is a problem, try taking it away and see how you react. Okay. Try do away with that series for just 1 month, just 2 months. See how you react. If you get angry, if you act as if this is all that you need, that you're dependent on it, there's something. There's something wrong. I challenged my friends the other day. I told them, stay away from television, series, and movies for just 3 months. Just 3 months. And after 3 months, let's go back.
It's kind of like a fast for 3 months from
I
this
said,
media.
yeah, I can do this. And guys couldn't wait me past one day. I'd watch these movies and I think, okay, so she's dressed in a bikini. She's made to look like a sex object. Okay, so she's pole dancing. I'm thinking, it's a bad scene. It's just 3 minutes out of a 2-hour movie. I mean, it's a small fraction. And I tell myself, I'll forward those parts.
Yeah, fast forward. That's
and
the game.
And then soon I started rewinding.
Let me see it again.
And then I paused.
Oh,
And
goodness.
then I'd replay. And I'd get excited about that movie chiefly because of that scene. That particular scene, I love this scene,
Yeah.
And if I'd get a movie and the movie did not have any sexual content, I'd say that movie is weird.
It's quite weird. It's not interesting. There's
I
no gist.
wanted to see naked women. I wanted to see lust. I wanted to see all these things that gratify my sexuality in a very selfish way.
This statement, is it true that lust objectifies women?
It's true.
Wow.
Lust objectifies everybody.
Now,
Men and women.
what we will do, as in when we come back, you tell us more about how one can get out of this.
Yes.
Because now we can see how we can know that we are into this hook or addiction or anything of that sort. But before we take the break, we're going to look into a clip that is going to air, and then Ernest will just come back and make a comment on that.
Definitely.
Right after this short break.
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so then you'll have two. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? All right. I'm gonna go do something and then I'll come back.
It smells yummy. It smells really good.
All right, so it's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay? I'll be back. Stay in the chair, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna leave and then I'll come back, okay? So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way, okay? Okay. How'd you do? Did you do good? You did?
Yeah.
You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So did I tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both. You need them.
Welcome back to the talk, and of course you can always share in your comments and views on the Facebook page and our Twitter handle on your screen. Of course, also the SMS number on the screen. And you know, we have just looked into a clip, Ernest, and I would like you to just give us a comment on that. What do you make out of it?
First of all, it's a very hilarious clip. But
Yeah, that's torture, maybe.
yeah, it's torture. It's torture. I mean, that marshmallow just stayed right there, and you know, kids are trying to grab. But it does paint a picture of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, that there's this wonderful gift that's given by this child's mom, okay, or supervisor, and they're told, by the way, you can wait, and I'll give you more.
Yeah.
Okay. And the child knows very clearly that waiting is a good thing. It's hard, but it's good.
It's hard, but it's
You
good.
see, it's
The child
hard.
was struggling, yes.
Exactly. He's struggling, you know, trying to lick, trying to, you could
touch
see
it a
this
bit.
kid was like really,
Almost.
trying to, it's as if he was possessed, trying to control himself,
Gotta take
And,
it.
and you see, the children know that if I wait, I will get something better.
Something better.
But if I don't, I can get it now, and that's it. You
And
see,
that's it, yeah.
Last is like those cheap toffee sweets that you get in a bus. You just eat, you get that very sweet pleasure, cancerous toffee taste right now, and
get it
bam,
now.
you got it. But you see, love
Uh-huh.
is like a gourmet meal.
Ah, all right, that's cool.
You wait the whole day, but you prepare yourself. You go on that nice date, but it's laid out really nicely for you, and you enjoy the meal.
You enjoy it.
Really nice.
No rush.
Okay? Last always rushes, always says, I must have it now. I must have it now. Okay? I like the kid who actually made it to the end and actually got two of them.
Got two.
And
Ate it nicely.
is a proof that self-control is possible. And you see, he got that self-control from his mom. His mom told him, if you do this, I will give you two. So he, so to speak, a spirit of self-control was instilled in him. So you can do this. Okay? And that's one way that I personally stood, because I have a personal relationship with God through his son Jesus Christ, and I know that he's given me a spirit of self-control.
Yeah.
And so whenever it comes my way, I say, fine, it is tempting, it is hard, it is difficult, I cannot do it. But self-control is within me, and so I just need to exercise it. Okay? And you see, at times you really don't know how much power you have until you start wielding it, until you start exercising it. When I told my friends, my girlfriend and I waited to have sex until marriage, men, they laughed.
They're like, what's this? Huh? Are you guys okay in this
Dude,
world?
Dude, it's not normal. Are you okay? Do you need to see a doctor? Like, who does that? I once lost my keys, in campus.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, lost my keys to my hostel. So I called my mom, told her, hey mom, I'm coming home. And my neighbor was like, home? Dude, your girlfriend lives here. Just go stay over.
Go stay there.
So like, okay, I can go stay over, but I can assure you, if I stay at my girlfriend's tonight, I will not be singing Kumbaya.
Yeah, to be another song.
And so, first of all, I was very in touch with my sexuality.
Yeah.
I know it's a good thing, but I know that it has benefits, and I know that it has great reward expressed in the right context.
I mean, deep inside there. And that clip has an application in itself when I look at it.
Yeah.
Is this girl, there's a man telling him, you know what, let's do this.
Yeah.
In fact, now. Or maybe it's the vice versa.
Yeah.
Should that be a red flag in itself?
Yeah. In fact, what you're bringing out here the concept of company and friendship. Bad company corrupts good morals. Bad company, it's very. If you are gonna say that you're gonna use your sexuality in a way that's pleasing to God, in a way that's pleasing to your partner, it's not gonna work if you're surrounded with all these friends who are constantly mocking you, who are constantly downgrading all the values that you have, and who are constantly making fun of the things that you stand for. Very soon you're going to give in. You're going to give in very slowly. You're not even going to realize it. And then you're going to fall, and then you're going to say, oh my goodness, how did this happen? And you may not see the traces, the steps on how you got there, but it's always a slow fade. No one falls into... affairs, minor. Let me just be very honest with you.
Yeah.
Nobody wakes up and says, I'm going to have an affair.
Nobody.
Nobody gets married
I mean, yeah, it's a process.
saying, I will live with you for the rest of my life. I shall be faithful to you. And in the back of their mind say, oh my goodness, so after 4 years, I think I'll have an affair. No one does that.
No one does that.
No sane human being does that. But in the rigmaroles of life, they just get caught up in lust, you know, and so boundaries start becoming unclear with the opposite sex, you know, and then very slowly, it began with a touch, and it was very casual. You felt some electricity, and you thought, oh, it's not so bad.
Could be better, maybe.
You know, and then soon it grows slowly, and you see you become accustomed to it very slowly. By the time you give in, you don't think you fell that day. You fell the day you started giving in a long time ago. It's a slow fade, man. And so your company is very, very important. And even when, and you know, people think, okay, now I'm single, I need to be careful about my company. I'm dating, I need to be careful about my company. But even when you're married, man,
Yeah.
you know, people tell me, I give many talks on lust and think, oh, you know, Ernest, you're lucky you're married. I say, no, I'm worse off, I'm married.
Yeah, speaking about that, yeah, you should mention that.
I need to be very careful.
Yeah.
You know, I meet many girls.
So you're not immune.
I'm not immune. You know, marriage does not, you know, people think that when I get married, it's going to just magically transform into this fantastic husband, into this fantastic wife. No, you're just the same person who you are in a different setting. If you didn't have discipline in your singlehood and in your dating life,
you'll still go
you'll
down the drain.
You'll be the same person. My mentor says there are no marriage problems. They're just people with problems who turn up in marriage. You know?
Pussy that, but they're speaking about that, you know, Pastor Ken Ringo was here the other day.
Yes.
And know what he said is
Very
that,
good friend of mine.
yeah, and he said this, you know, even in marriage, there are people who don't even get satisfied with their spouses because of this.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, they have to go to some pictures or some videos or something of that sort.
Lust destroys. Lust kills. Lust, and you know, it's funny that when you're single, the pressure of lust is to have you express yourself sexually, even if it's at the expense of destroying your life. And now when you're married, the pressure of lust is for you not to express yourself with your wife, but to go and do it elsewhere. What gives?
So
I finally got married.
it's a circle. I mean, it will always take in circles.
Lust is always against you, man. Lust is not your friend.
Yeah.
Lust is always against you. And the moment you find it, you just
it's also
seize
against
it.
you.
Yeah.
It's also against you, man.
It's against you.
Yes.
It's against you. You know, it's never your friend. But for some flimsy reason, people think I can get away with it. That's one deception that I actually bought into, and that's why I struggled for so long in silence, because I thought it's not really that bad, and even if I do get caught, I can get away with it. Get away with what?
Okay. Oh God.
You
Now
can't.
it's a bad thing. Now
You can't.
tell me this, Ernest. Maybe on this, because now we're getting some levels where I'm even feeling it. How did you get out of this?
First of all, I had to confess. I had to go out, get a group of friends who I trusted, because it's a very sensitive issue. You know, no one wants
You
to
want
be
to keep it,
judged.
yeah.
No one wants to be told, how could you? You know, no one wants to be told, you've been serving the praise and worship team for so long. We look up to you. We took you to university. You are our star model. How could you? No one wants to be judged.
Hey, but is that what they did some other time for some this? What was the name of this guy?
Ochola.
Yes, Brother Ochola, man.
Yeah. You see the embarrassment?
Goodness, yeah.
The embarrassment, it's
humiliating.
humiliating.
It trended for a long
whole
time.
24 hours.
God.
Debilitating. Absolutely catastrophic.
Okay, now keep going.
And so no one wants that. No one wants that kind of shame exposure.
Yeah.
Okay? And so you find a group of friends that you trust. I know I'd had all these things that, Ernest, don't go to guys in the church because the church will judge you all. But you know, it's in the church that I found people who I could trust. People who told me, you know what, Ernest, it's okay. I've been through this as well.
Yeah.
And I must admit that I had a sense of relief. You too. We are many, you know.
No man is an island. That's when the song comes over.
No man is an island, yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly, it's true. And so I felt a tinge of relief, but I remember it's still a problem. Even though you're many, it's still a problem. And so we came together and we'd meet and we just confessed, this is what we're going through. And then we agreed that we'd keep each other accountable and ask each other very tough questions. And ask, okay, have you been fooling around this week? Minor. Lust just distorts your view about even settling down with a woman if you're a guy. You keep thinking, no, I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
I don't
I'll
need to now.
You know, I'm still looking around. No, you're not looking around. You're lustful. You're lustful.
Is that a message for guys who are 42 and still?
Yeah, it's a difficult message, but it's true.
Oh
It's a
my
difficult
goodness.
message. You know my enough.
Still looking.
When I got married to my wife,
Yeah.
My wife, I met her dad, and the dad got her grandfather, all her uncles, all her elder cousins. They sat in a circle. They put me in the middle,
Oh God.
and they grilled me for 3 hours. And they asked me, "Why do you want to marry our daughter?" And they tested me. They told me, "You can go out there, find any other girl that you want, and come back. We'll still keep her for you." That was a test of lust.
My goodness.
And if we'll have said, "Okay, fine, let's just relax, we don't need to get married this year," and I said, "Is this guy settled on this woman, or are his eyes roving around in the name
Oh
of,
yeah. Yeah.
And so I told him, "No, I have selected Waturi, and I want to marry. I want to settle down with her. Okay, and so this is my choice. Okay, and so another thing that I had to do is that I had to how I got out is that I had to actually define all my relationship with other women, because in that frame of masturbation and pornography, okay, my relationship with other women were very casual, very casual, lots of hugs, lots of kisses.
Nice ones.
I think that they're just my friends.
Yeah.
They're just my friends. And then I saw it was
Quite common.
It was hurting my girlfriend.
Ah.
But you see, I didn't see it when I was in it. It's when you're out of it that you realize how much damage you've caused. And so my girlfriend would be like, "Ernest, I need to be careful around something." She's just a friend. She's just a friend. There's nothing going. She's just a friend. I'm like, "You're overreacting. Huh? Why you been so possessive, Why you been so, can't I have friends who are girls?" You see, I did not desire to be free from sin. I desired to sin freely.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have my way without any kind of accountability. A real man takes initiative. And so you need to take initiative and start defining the relationship you have with these girls and restore the one with your girlfriend. And so I had to tell these girlfriends, no hugging. And some of them were like, Ernest, Tasha, my friends, you are that. It's okay.
It looks weird, by the way.
So I lost a few friends who were girls. I defined something, and it was a very hard task, but I realized nothing good comes easy. But when I did that, I started seeing Waturi it's like I saw her for the very first time. And I thought, what have I been doing?
So there was space now for her created.
What have I been doing? Here I am chasing all these skirts and everything, and here she is, God's gift for me. When you are in lust, you don't see it. Lust steals the vision of a man.
Oh God.
A wife can be standing right ahead of you. Wife material can be standing right ahead of you, but because of lust, you'll not see it. You'll not see it.
You're speaking to many.
Yes.
Even these guys who are shooting this thing.
Yeah. And the same for ladies.
Yes.
A husband material can just be right.
Be right
before
there.
you. But because of lust, because of just selfish sexual gratification, because of just the selfish need to have your needs met.
Speaking about this, I'm in a group in WhatsApp, and I saw some ladies sharing some images of some guys with six-pack and stuff like that. They're lustful, right?
It's lustful. We don't condemn. We condemn men because they say, "Oh, how can you share that? How can you say, oh, that lady in the bikini looks hot? Men are." And we say all those men are jugs, men are dogs, men are what But then when a woman does it, it's okay.
Good.
Right?
They know themselves. They're gonna be watching. Now,
it's lustful.
you've written a book about this.
Yes.
Lust in the City.
Yes.
This is the book.
Yes.
In fact, the talk is gonna give one.
Yeah, definitely.
For the person who shall share maybe their testimony and what they really feel like their story, and if they're struggling, we will evaluate and talk to them about it. Now, I would want, time is against us, and we shall have you back again here talking about even your second book as well. Yes. I know he's a great author. What is the last thing that you would tell, and maybe speak to this man or this lady who is really struggling with this and who is really torn? Because most people don't even know how to differentiate, this man loves me or this man is just after me lustfully. I would like you to address them, address that in a package as you finalize on this, and this will be your camera.
Okay.
Yeah, just speak to them.
If you want to know he loves you, if you want to know she loves you, okay? Yes, first of all, you need to know what love is. Okay? The scriptures are clear. It says love is patient, love is kind. Love is, and I will go through all of them, but let me just use those first two. Love is patient, love is kind. Okay? Patience is the ability to wait. Okay? And not just ability to wait, period. The ability to wait even in the midst of a difficult situation. Okay? And so when I hear a girl tell me, I love him, but he's not willing to wait for me until marriage to express myself sexually, it's not love. Love waits. Okay? Love is kind. Okay? through the words of someone, you can actually tell, what they say. People say mean things and then they say, I was only joking. People say mean things and say, oh, no, that was just at that moment. I was angry then. No, love is kind. And I'm not saying that this person should be perfect, but I'm saying this person should be moving towards responsibility and towards maturity. Okay, I'm not the most loving and the most kind and the most patient person. Okay, but I make it my responsibility to move towards those attributes daily. How do I do that? Through a relationship with God. On my own, I cannot do it on my own. And so I sit and I ask the Lord, look at me. There are certain characteristics in me that Waturi does not like. And I tell myself, Ernest, you get irritable at this point, and I tell the Lord, work on me. And so many people are busy looking out for the one. I need to find the one, but few people are trying to be the one. A person who loves you is trying to focus on being the one, on improving themselves so it can be better for you. And if you love them as well, improve yourself that you may be better for them. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Ernest. But I want to end this by saying you're not a bit fair. You married too young. but we'll talk about that in the next time we invite you here.
Yes.
Goodness. There's a book for you. Tell us your story, and we will look into what we can do. Thanks so much, Ernest, again. Once more for coming. Yeah?
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, you've had it for yourself. Right at home, the message is right to your heart. Lust is deceitful. Lust will destroy you, as it has been put across. You can get this book yourself, Lust at the City. And of course, you can chat with him on the Facebook page. We've already put it on the screen for you. And of course, he's also done another book, The Human Temple. And we shall demystify this soon enough when we have him back. So avoid the loopholes. People say that experience is the best teacher, but you don't have to go through it. He has spoken his own self. And of course, if you are there and stuck, don't die alone. See you next time as we delve on more topics. And of course, you can also suggest on our Facebook pages and see ourselves self-cleaned and of course, getting out of these addictions. On The Talk, same place, same time next week. Bye-bye.